Welcome, everybody, to the Fuzzy Show. Blowing whistles, throwing flags, making some first downs. 1st and 10, ready to go. Hope everybody's having a great week. Up to date. Today, my wife had a hip surgery. Went very good. We thought we were gonna have to spend the night. We did not. We got to make it home. Very good surgery. We're proud. So we're back home, and everything's going good. She's got ice. She's got her exercises, her routines. She's up, moving around, and it's really good thing. It's a good thing. So today we got some very important news. This is important news, and I think everybody needs to pay attention. And the tax rate on the desks of the people in Washington, D.C. they're going to go up. I mean, they're looking at tax rates. If you live in California, you're looking at a tax rate of 54%. Couldn't you imagine paying 54%? Every dollar you make, the government's going to take 54 cents. New York, they're looking at 52%. Capital gains, they're looking at a 43.4% tax rate for capital gains. And I know most of us, that watch my show, watch all this stuff, realize the tax break's going to be for the upper echelon, the millionaires, and you're all like, well, that doesn't affect me. Well, I'm going to tell you something today. It does affect you, and I'm going to do my best to explain it because it does affect you, and it's going to affect all of us. And the Republicans are just acting like they didn't know it was coming. See, the same thing. They're doing the same darn things they'd always done. Just pretend, oh, we didn't know. Yeah, we knew what was going to take place. Now, today I'm just going to talk about the officials and our duties. So the officials have quite a bit of duties, right? We got to call penalties. We got to call fair foul. We got to call strike ball. Out, safes, we got to call traveling, we got to call interference, we got to call basket interference. We got all these things and all these rules we need to know. But one of the big rules is, and I'm going to try to put this in with the same tax thing, is one of the additional duties is the officials shall penalize unsporting conduct by any player, coach, substitute, team, attendant, or fouler. Okay, the home management or game committee is responsible to help us with if the attendance getting out of hand, spectator views, we got to go to him and let him know, listen, here's a situation, this guy's a problem. Okay, so our job is not just the whole basketball court, but if we have people and the fans and all this stuff going on, we got to make decisions. Are they making it hard on our jobs? Decisions we got to make. Now, how does this affect the tax rate? Let me tell you how it goes, is I've been officiating a long time. And this stuff flows downhill. Let's just say the coach is our guy, right? He's the one that makes $1 million. He's the one that's got to pay the 52% tax rate. And everybody else, the fans and the players, doesn't bother them. But let me tell you what happens is the coach starts attacking the officials on whether he missed a call, didn't miss a call, called something he didn't like, should have called something, in his own mind. But what happens is the coach starts going off on the official. The fans, that's the middle income people. That's me and you. That's just the middle people out here just trying to make a living, trying to cut somebody's hair, trying to write somebody's insurance, trying to just live life and have a good life. The middle people start getting on the officials. And it gets right down, and all of a sudden the players, which we're going to put the players as the low-income people, are now getting on the officials. This flows downhill. And if you don't put a kibosh on it at the coach level, the millionaire level, we're all going to pay the piper. I mean, I've heard stories of gymnasiums being freaking emptied because it was such a harassment on the officials. They're like, either you're going to empty the gymnasium or this game is over. I know I got official buddies that just canceled, the game's over. Just freaking, that was it. I did it one time in Brother, actually. It was Brother and Baldwin baseball. It was so bad. I killed the whole game. Top of the third inning. Baseball, they played doubleheaders. Top of the third inning, first game. That's it. I'm done. Game is over. The whole team was booted. Why? Because it started at the coach level. It started at the millionaire. And then the fans. And then the players. And it keeps going down and down and down. And this is what's going to go on with our tax rate. We can all sit back and think it's not going to affect us, but it is. Right now, capital gains is like 29%. That's going to go to 43.4%. Stop and just think about that for a minute. 43%. Let's just say, for argument reasons, it's an extra 10%. It's more than that, but I'm just going to use that for, mathematic figures. As everybody knew, I went to Brother, and so let's keep it simple for me, right? So if a millionaire is paying an extra $100,000 in taxes, that's one less car he's going to buy every year. That's one less pool boy he's got to have to freaking clean his pool. That's a few more times he's not going out for dinner at the restaurant and paying and giving good tips. Tips are not decreasing. That's the guy that owns the business can no longer afford to put money into his business, so the workers are getting laid off and fired because the money's not there to reinvest. You don't think this goes downhill? It continues to go downhill. It continues. And it's got to be stopped. And our Republican, I didn't know this was going to happen. I really didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. Did you see it coming? I didn't see it coming. No, this is a mess. This is a mess. And I'm telling you right now, you heard it here at Fuzzy Show first. We are about to see the biggest economic crash you've ever seen in your whole life. Ever seen in your whole life. I'm a realtor right now, and I do a lot, but one of them is a realtor, right? The housing is just booming like crazy. It's just a boom. I mean, houses are not on the market. They're getting more money for their houses than they ever dreamed of getting. That's going to end, people. That's going to end. And if you're thinking about selling your house, you better do it now, because this is the peak market. This is the peak. I don't know if you'll ever get as much money for your house as you will today in this market and this time. Same thing we go to buy. Maybe if I were you, I would sell, sit on your money, and next year when this thing crashes, the $500,000 homes are worth $100,000. Well, maybe you get yourself something special. But ain't nobody gonna have no money, dude. I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be the biggest economic collapse. And it's gonna flow from the millionaires to me and to you to right down to people that can't even afford to buy food. It's gonna continue to flow. And our Republican senators and representatives who turn their back on us. They turn their back on us. I don't even know how else to put it. They turn their back, and now they're acting like they didn't know it was going to come. Well, dude, it's coming. It's coming, and it's already beginning. Look at the jobs that we lost because of the oil. You realize we are now buying oil overseas. You realize everything that we have built in America, that Donald Trump built in America for 4 years, is now going back overseas. If you just pay attention just a little bit, factories are going back. Even people that think they're like, man, we just ride out the 4 years. Let's ride out the 4. They're not going to ride out this 4 years. They're not going to pay freaking 50% in freaking taxes. That ain't going to happen. These people, corporations and the millionaires, they're way smarter than we ever dreamed of being. And they know all the loopholes in the taxes. And they're not going to pay it, but they're going to take their money and they're going to run and they're going to hide it. Me and you are on the streets begging for peanuts. Right next to the guy in the corners, with their sign, the sign that says, well, food, please food. I'm broke. I got family. I don't have any money. We are on the verge here right now. I'm telling you, I know this is Thursday and I don't come on a lot, but I was listening to the news as my wife was in surgery today. And Tim, the surgery went great, buddy. I mean, we got a nice picture of her hip. She's walking around already tremendously. Everything's going good. We love it. And she's actually in less pain now than she was before the surgery. So, if everybody says hi and, good luck, that'd be great. But I was listening today and I'm like, oh my God, this is about to be the biggest destruction of the American economy. This will be greater than the Great Depression. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The Great Depression, they show these the Wall Street guys jumping out of buildings. And I don't know if people will jump out of buildings, but they might, because there's going to be millions and millions and millions of dollars That's going to come tumbling down. Millions. Just before I heard the announcements, man, my stocks were up. My stocks were freaking climbing today. Just freaking climbing. I was up, I don't know, $7,000-8,000 just today. That announcement came out. I'm down $3,000. So don't think it's not going to affect you. And everybody that supposedly voted for Joe Biden, you're going to have to start looking in the damn mirror and telling yourself the truth that guess what? You made a mistake. You made a mistake, and we're okay with mistakes. Mistakes happen, but now we got to stand firm. Now we got to say we can't go any further. Now we need the Republican Party. Guess what? Also today, the Democrats voted in the fact that Washington, D.C. is now going to have a state status. What does that mean to me and you? 2 more senators. 2 more Democratic, American-hating, the most prejudiced freaking party ever in Washington, D.C. That's what it means to me and you. That's what it means to me and you. And we're watching all these things take place. Another girl was shot by the cops just yesterday or day before. Well, she was trying to stab another girl. I don't know the whole story. I do not know if he tried to stop. Oh, yeah, Juan Williams. Juan Williams on the 5. Jesse's like, well, Juan, what would you do? Well, it's tough. I probably would have just shot my gun in the air, or maybe I would have shot a stop sign or something. I would have just fired the gun and tried to get her attention. That's how dumb these people are. I mean, that's just an idiotic answer. That's an answer from somebody that does not want to look in the mirror and say, you know what? We don't like anybody dying. We have no desire for people to die. But damn it, parents, pay attention to your children. Don't go blaming the frickin' police because you're letting your kids run around with knives. You're letting them out on the streets at frickin' 2 a.m. with guns and hanging out with all these frickin' hoodlums. Stop blaming people. Look in the damn mirror. What about your parents not frickin' bending their kids over their knee every now and then and frickin' letting them know who's boss? And now we got all these frickin' going on. I'm telling you, they're destroying America. And guess what? You and I, we're watching. We really are. We really are. And you know what? 1,000 yards on the Republican Party again. They're weak. The Republican Party is so weak, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And you got that Chavez trial. He was found guilty. He was found guilty. And whatever, I don't even know the whole story. I mean, we know part of it. We've seen part of it on the news. We've seen a little this, a little that. But look how Maxine Waters. I mean, he was hung before he even went to court. And we all know this. It was Biden down. Again, it flowed downhill. Or did you see that? Biden wanted freaking results. The vice president wanted results. Congress wanted results. And the jury was so scared, they gave him what they wanted. They didn't want to stand up and say, you know, did he really mean to kill him? Probably not. Let's look at the whole picture. And if you look back at the police force, the military, well, even teachers, teachers, and they're the most, and people that work for the government employees. It's the most diverse employers in the world. They're the most diverse. Every race and gender, everything is inside of these. And they don't hire because of skin color. They hire because of character. They hire because of character. Does it make them all good? And no, there's some bad ones out there. There's some that slip through the cracks. That's going to happen no matter where you work. But they don't hire based on color. They hire based on character and work ethics and honesty. And they're trying to turn this whole thing around like we're all a bunch of racists. No, we're not a bunch of racists. We're not a bunch of racists. Just because we're white doesn't make us racist, but that's what they're teaching our kids in school now. Finally, somebody in Virginia, the parents in Virginia are like, no, we're not teaching that no more. My kid is not a racist because he's white, but that's what they're teaching us. Our great schools. Back to the school teachers, gutless wonders, educated morons, helping destroy America and what we believe in. And you know what? They're destroying your kids. They're absolutely destroying your kids. Don't tell me I don't have a racist bone in my body. I got friends all over, but I know corrupt people when I see them. I know bad people when I see them, and they're black, they're white, they're Hispanic, they're whatever color you want to say. They're Asian, they're whoever. There's bad people. And they're coming after you. And it started Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, down the line, Maxine Waters. They intimidated the jury of the Chavez trial, and it flowed downhill just like this next big crash in the American history. If that capital gains goes to 43.4%, people, we are all in a world of hurt. All of us. Because the rich people don't need your money. They got enough. They got enough money. They don't need yours. So you and I, again, are going to be on the corner. It's going to flow downhill. Absolutely going to flow downhill, and that's huge. Absolutely huge. There's another black kid shot. They tried to serve a warrant, right, at his house. He tried to run to his car and take off running, and a bunch of bullets started flying, and the guy got killed. He got killed. Well, I wonder how that's going to turn out. These people are already guilty before it even starts. They don't want to hear the news. The mainstream media they're not going to tell you the truth. They're just going to jump to conclusions and be like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure, he killed him. He's guilty. Throw him in prison, throw him in prison, throw him in prison. That's what they're going to do. And how long? I mean, nobody wants anybody to die, so don't misinterpret the fact that we want everybody to die. That's not the truth. The truth is things happen. The police are in a tough position. And it's getting tougher every day. Every day it's getting tougher for these people. I couldn't even imagine being an officer right now, to be honest with you. I just couldn't imagine it, because you got to strap this stuff on you and you run into hoodlums. And now you got to decide, well, I guess you got to let them shoot you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you're the one that's got to die. And then they're made out as heroes. We got all this stuff, George Floyd, big hero. No. And I realized he was only trying to cash an illegal $20 bill, and he really didn't deserve to die. But the jury couldn't even prove that it was the pressure on his neck that caused his death. They couldn't even prove this stuff. They couldn't even prove it. And they didn't have to prove it because it flowed from downhill. From up top, just kept flowing down, and we are paying an ultimate price is what's going on. And this tax rate, I'm telling you right now, I'm hoping you're paying attention. If you guys got a bunch of money in stock markets, you should probably call myself and Dave Vickery at our office so that we can help you prepare. We can help you prepare. Because you heard it here first right now. It's going to come tumbling. The housing market's going to come tumbling. The stock market's going to come tumbling. Things are about to come unglued. And it's not going to be fun. This is not going to be fun. And you got to stop and think about it. So the stock market and all this money starts coming down. We're starting to lose jobs. We will. I mean, okay, financial advisor. Well, ain't nobody got no money. I sell insurance. Well, nobody can afford insurance. They ain't got a job. Nobody's got a job. I know we like to think it ain't true, but it is true. They're destroying what we love. Everything is being sent overseas. And then they got some 18-year-old girl running around saying we got to completely stop using fossil fuels. Are you kidding me? And they're going to follow her. You know what I mean? They're gonna take her. They're putting her on TV. I just seen a commercial or interview with her. Well, she's like, Joe Biden wants to by this end of this decade cut our emissions down like 50%. All right, 50%. He said from 2001 emissions goals. Why did he say 2001 and not when Donald Trump was president? Because Donald Trump actually cut emissions. Well, they don't want to use that part. They want to go back when it was higher so that they can have credit for what Donald Trump did last 4 years. Oh, look, we cut it down. No, actually, Donald Trump cut it down by guess what? Drilling, having American fossil fuels, American oil, American, and we don't have that no more. We have China, we have Iraq, we have Iran, we have China. That's who's getting all our money, P. I hope you guys are paying attention to this. This isn't freaking, I don't even think it's rocket science. And I'm telling you today, don't think for a minute that this tax increase is not going to affect you because you're not a millionaire. Don't think for a minute, because it is going to flow downhill. It's going to start here, and it is going to flow, and it is going to hurt, and we are going to feel it. In a bad situation. This is the worst situation than anything. And we got to be able to stand up. So there's the analogy of today for the stock market. It was the same thing with officiating. If the coach is a millionaire, he's the one that starts barking. Pretty soon the fans are barking. That's the middle class. That's us. And pretty soon the players are barking. Now what you got? You got a mess. You got a mess all because you didn't stop it at the millionaire. You got to stop it. We got to stop it. We need our Republican people to stop it. They got to. And they're not going to be able to, because now they're adding D.C. as a state. Well, there's 2 more senators. Guess what? Bye-bye filibuster. You guys know what the filibuster is, right? The filibuster is there so that the majority couldn't just make all the rules and not listen to the minority. That's why they got the filibuster. You got to have 60 votes in the filibuster. Well, guess what? Bye. Everybody say bye, 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 filibuster, bye, filibuster, bye, America. We're in for, just put your seatbelts on. Just put your seatbelts on. Get your bills paid. Try to get your money in the right spot. Come see Dave Vickery and me. Let's try to set a budget for you guys to get them bills paid. You need to be debt free in the next couple of years. I'm telling you right now. If you didn't sell your house, if you're going to sell your house, you need to sell it right now. This is the most you'll ever get for your house right now. It's never going to go any higher than what it is. Don't say, well, I'm just going to sit tight. It might go up. It's not going to go up. It's going to come down crashing. If you're going to buy a house, maybe just hold on to your money a little bit. I know my buddy Tim's looking. Maybe hold on for another year, because that $200,000 house is going to be $100,000. I could be wrong. I don't think so, though. When you start messing with people's money, see, money ruins relationships, right? I mean, you ever borrow somebody, some money and then they never pay it back, and pretty soon you're not talking to each other. Even family members, close friends. Money ruins relationships. And when they raise taxes and they start taking all the money these guys work hard for, they're going to stop working that hard, which means they can't pay you at the restaurant. They're not going there no more. They can't pay the car dealership because they're not going there no more. They can't pay the insurance because they don't even have any cars anymore. And it flows and it flows and it flows and it flows. And that's where we're at right now. And I really don't know the best avenue to do it. But what we have to do is we got to get these weak Republicans out, and we got to get new people in, and we got to have, I keep saying it, a different party. Am I right? I don't really know, to be honest with you, if that's the right direction or not the right direction. But the people we have in Congress have to go. For God's sakes, don't vote for anybody with an R by his name. Anybody. Mitch McConnell come out and said something about all this yesterday, and I'm just thinking, what a doofus. He's seen it coming. He's seen it come. These guys are. It's all about power. It's all about money. I think Charles Barkley said that. And you know what? He didn't even get fired from ESPN for standing up for what was correct, which surprises me. Because if a white guy would have said that, ESPN would have fired us. Now, who's prejudiced now? Huh? The media and the Democratic Party is the most prejudiced people we've ever seen in our whole lives. Oh, no, but they're not going to believe that. It's me and you and the Trump team or whatever, the Trump followers. No, the Trump followers, we just got our own minds. They were going off about us not, well, they want to take the shot. We can't get the Trumpsters to take the shot, because, Trump says don't take it. Well, Trump never said don't take it. Trump actually took the shot. He's actually promoting the shot. You guys are the ones that say, listen, get the shot, but oh, yeah, you still got to wear 2 masks. Get the shot, but still keep your distance. Get the shot. Oh, wait, don't get the Johnson shot. That's no good. That, They're the ones that keep changing the rules. It's either the shot works or it doesn't work. I think that's simple, right? Take the shot, take the mask off. You're immune, act like you're immune. But these guys are it's just a situation. And we are in a tough spot. And we have to pay attention. You have to. You have to get a hold of what's going on right now. We need our top leaders. Ron DeSantis, he's down there, governor of Florida. We need this guy's going to stand up for us. We need people that's going to stand up. We need people that's going to freaking grab a hold, because if this tax rate goes through, I'm telling you right now, and I said it a little bit, just a little bit ago on the show. Everybody thinks it's not going to affect them because they're not millionaires. No, it's going to flow downhill. This is going to flow downhill. And you need to be prepared. And that's what Dave Vickery and I do. We prepare people. That's what we do. And we want to be able to help you. It doesn't cost you anything to talk to us and say, hey, here's a good idea. Here's a bad idea. You got to be prepared. Try to get yourself debt-free in the next couple of years, because the pinch is coming. The pinch is coming, and the pinch is coming fast. Here's the situation, too, you got to remember, is they're going to push this stuff through as fast as they can. Why is that? Well, the 2022 is coming. And when people finally start waking up about what's going on, the Republican Party actually might take the House and Senate back, and now that they got no power. Right? Now they're done. Now they can't do it. They have all the power right now, and do that. They're coming. They're going to shove this stuff right down our throat. They're going to shove it. They're going to shove it. They're going to shove it right down our throats. And they're going to stop emissions. The best way, I just heard this. Somebody just said this today. I was listening to, it might have been Greg Guffield. He said, the best way to stop emissions is don't let nobody go to work no more. Oh, look at that. Look what's going on. Get the shot, but you still got to wear 2 masks. I mean, it's just, and you know what? We're all falling for it. We all are. Every one of us. And you get these people like, oh, well, listen, if you get the shot, they say you're immune. If you have the shot, you're immune. Does that mean you can't get it? No, it means you can't give it. You know what I mean? That's what they're saying. If you can't give it, why do you care if I have a mask on? I can't give it to you. I've got my shots. And yet we're so scared. We're just like the Republican parties in Congress. We're so scared. You know what I mean? We're so scared. We need to start standing up as a people like we've never stood up before in our whole lives. And it's going to take all of us. And we can't be a one-man show. We can't be a two-man show. We have to stand up to these people in Congress. We got to start with our own Michigan people. I haven't heard anybody in Michigan yet talking about this big tax increase. I mean, and we probably won't, because they're just as weak as everybody else. And we need to stand together. That's the important news of today for Fuzzy. And I don't even have any first downs. I'm going to give a first down to Dr. Potts. 1st and 10 for Dr. Potts. He did a great job on my wife's hip. Appreciate it. And so we're going to give him a first down. But we got to get a hold of our congressmen. We got to start doing our job, reaching out to these. We got to really do it. And I'm preaching to myself right now. But we have to reach out to these people. We got to start letting them know, dude, your vote's done. Your vote is over. Your vote is history. Your vote is, I'm not voting for you ever again. I don't even care. You can't come back and win my vote no more. All you can do is try to save America. And let's get the next person in. We don't need term limits. We, the people, need to vote them out. 2 terms, out. 2 terms, out. We don't need Congress to do that for us. The setback is we won't. Setback is we let them back us into a corner, people. We really did. And the only way out of the freaking corner right now is to fight. And we have to get together. We got to stand together. You think about, okay, so 2 more senators in Washington, D.C. Let's stop and think about this. 2 more senators in Washington, D.C. There goes your gun rights. You guys even paying attention to this? They don't care about the Constitution. They care less about the Constitution. There goes the gun rights. Now, instead of 50-50 with Kamala Harris as the voting, now you got 52-50. The VP don't even have to vote no more. And you already know the Democratic Party's not going against each other. These people are in bed together. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they got millions of dollars trading hands all the time, how they can get some good thinking people just to be so corrupt. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. But they do. And we need a party in there that's going to stand firm, that's got backbone. That backbone. They got to have backbone. None of them have it. I mean, the only guy we had in there was, well, Donald Trump. He was it. He was the only guy with backbone. Everybody else just blowing smoke. So get ready. Get yourself prepared. That's what I'm telling you today. Get yourself prepared. If this tax rate goes through, we're all in a world of hurt. We are all in a world of hurt. And this is the Fuzzy Show. Over and out.